I am the god of war, ghost of Sparta. Ready at dawn? Ready at dawn? Well, I never. Okay. This might be, moderately interesting. I would say I haven't played this before, but that is a lie. I did pirate this back in the day. I played 10 seconds of it. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then I went back to playing Tenchu. So for all intents and purposes, I haven't played it before. I mean, it's a really nice looking game for PSP, isn't it? Didn't they eventually re-release this on PS3 in like HD or something? I vaguely recall there being like a remaster or re-release of this. A lot of games did back then eventually make their way to console from PSP. I guess a combination of PSP games just being like console games but not good enough, and PSP just generally being rife with piracy. I don't think a lot of games really sold. But you know, like I said at the beginning, I wouldn't know anything about that. I miss the PSP though. I'd like to see Sony do something PSP-like today. You know, we live in a society now where hybrid consoles are a concept. I'd love to see some kind of a hybrid console thing going on with Sony. Just in general, I'd like to see something going on with Sony, you know, because it's almost like they don't even bother anymore. They won't put a game out unless it's 80 hours long and it's all cutscenes, you know? I miss when they take a risk on, like, nuttier stuff. You know, The Last Guy. Stuff like that. That was the day. This series has gone on to be absolutely massive, hasn't it? 2 super long, story-heavy games, full of cutscenes. Boy! I mean, I gotta admit, sure, the frame rate's not super great, but seeing the PSP do, you know, something this impressive looking, upscaled a little, for sure, where we're playing it here, but... Oh, big. That's this boss's name, he's just... Oh, wait, no, he's not big. Oh, I do apologize, I've misgendered this creature. That's definitely a she. Wouldn't you say? Wouldn't look out of place in a Metroid game, this thing, would it? Oh, they're your babies! Oh, they're your babies. I'm so sorry. Aha! Guess who learned how to block? Guess who didn't block? Well, this is surprisingly decent. Come on! Ah! Ha 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 ha! Oh, painful. Yeah, that's right. That's right, walk away. You can't win the argument. See you left. I know how it is. Definitely a she. Whoa, underwater sections too? Maybe I shouldn't have slept on this one. The PSP needed a good game like this, was what I thought, but apparently it already had one. I mean, sure, I knew about the Vita and Uncharted Golden Abyss, but this was doing a lot of what I praised Golden Abyss for. Back on the earlier hardware. I'm kind of shocked. Oh, magic powers. They've really got the feeling of the God of War combos down. This just goes to show just how good the PSP really was from a hardware point of view. That it could handle, you know, these games that are somewhere between PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 with a remarkable amount of fidelity for a little tiny handheld. I really got to hand it to the PSP. It was capable of a lot more than I think any of us gave it credit for. Beautiful handheld, and when you compare a Nintendo DS game to a PSP game side to side, let's put it this way, I'd much rather play a PSP game than a DS game. You know, if you put a DS game in front of me and a PSP game of equal quality, I would probably play the PSP game, solely based on just the resolution of the handheld, the speed at which things run. Sure, the Nintendo DS would have faster loading times on account of the cartridge format. But it also had way less graphical fidelity in its models and textures, game resolution. And I mean, that's not a criticism. The Nintendo DS was capable of doing some good things in the right hands. What's true about any hardware is you have to have, like, knowledge of the hardware to really wrangle out the capabilities of it. Yeah! See? Don't have to revoke my I was about to say, don't have to revoke my gamer card just yet, but that came out of nowhere. No, came out of nowhere, had to be the center of attention? Yeah, definitely a she. Is it Kratos or Kratos? Or Kratos? So I did play a PSP game with Kratos in it. He was featured as a playable character in Soul Calibur Broken Destiny, which is actually a really solid game for what it's worth. Easy recommend to PSP owners. Has the character creator as well, and a decent amount of options. Has ghost modes for fighting enemy ghosts. It's good fun. Really solid experience. It's basically like playing something between Soul Calibur 3 and 4 on a handheld. Really quite a nice experience. Way better than the Tekken that came to PSP. Well, I say the Tekken, there were two. Tekken Dark Resurrection, which was okay, and Tekken 6, which stunning and lovely, but nowhere near a patch on the console version of Tekken 6. I'd like to maybe play through Tekken 6's story mode sometime on stream, maybe. It's got a good story mode and it's very compelling. You can customize your playable character and put equipment on them, which is fun. And then the equipment you pick up changes your stats and it's visible on your character model, which is really kind of neat. Yeah, extremely compelling game, that, Tekken 6. Full story mode, voiced cutscenes, the lot. Tons of fun. I know I shouldn't say anything, but long demo. Normally when I say that, the demo ends straight afterwards. You'd think a big, chunky guy like Kratos could pull this a little bit faster, wouldn't you think? I don't know, once again, I'm really kicking myself for not playing this back in the day. Really kicking myself over it. If I'm right and this did get a PS3 port, I'm gonna be checking it out, I think. I'm not usually in the mood for a game like God of War, though. That's the thing, like, I have to be in the mood for these sorts of action-adventure platformer beat-em-ups, and if I am, I tend to gravitate towards the weirder, lesser-known stuff. Like, I've never beaten Golden Axe Beast Rider, thinking maybe it's time I check that out. Or, you know, I'd be way more eager to play something like Splatterhouse before I would check out something like this. I'm sure there's a Eurojank 3D hack-and-slash platformer like, I don't know, X-Blades to play before this. No, I don't think I would be likely to play through X-Blades anytime soon. Or its sequel, Blade of Time, for that matter. We all know what I think about that one. Nothing screams end of the demo quite like a door and some wind. Pull the switch! Oh! We're playing Streets of Rage now, or Final Fight, or any other side-scrolling beat-em-up that has an elevator scene. Significantly less enemies than I was expecting. Oh? Oh? Did it crash? Bad execution address! Oh man. God of War is so powerful. It crashed. Pusp. That's stunning. It crashed Pusp. Would I have played this game based on this demo? Yes, absolutely. I was not expecting to crash the emulator. I mean, that's amazing. Until next time, if we live that long.